Now today I'm going to teach you how to do two things. The first thing is I'm going to teach you how to find like a discount or a markup. So for example, if I go to the store and this shirt is $20 but it's 10% off, you're going to learn today how to calculate what the cost would be after the discount. Okay? Or most stores buy stuff and then mark it up, and that's how they make money. So you're going to be able to calculate the markup in price. The second thing you're going to be able to do, that was the first thing. The second thing you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to take two numbers. For example, if I had $10 and then $14, you're going to be able to tell me what percent of increase this is. Okay? How much did it increase to go from 10 to 14? Okay? You're also, let's say we start at $3 and go to $30. You're going to be able to tell me the percent of, this is increase also. Okay? Now, you say, well, why does this apply? Well, let's say you buy a piece of stock for $3 and sell it for $30. How much percent did you make? Okay? Also, you're going to have to do percent of decrease. So if you start at 14 and go to 10, then your value has decreased, hasn't it? Okay? So today you're going to be able to tell me percentage of increase and decrease, and you're going to be able to calculate discount of prices in a store on items like jeans or TV or whatever. Now, the first type of problem they're going to give you is like this. They're going to give you two types. The first is this one. Okay? They're telling you the original price, and in the workbook it's going to look like this. It's going to say original is $35, and what's the new? $45. New is $45. Okay? So now, remember, this is what the first problem, the first type of problem of two types today. Okay? The original price is $35, the new price is $45, and they want to know the percent of change. Did you see that? So your answer has to be in what form? Percent. Now, the percent of change isn't a form. Has to be in the percent. Okay? So if you answer it in a decimal, are you right? Are you right? Here? Nod? No? I don't know. Okay? So, we want to know the percent of change. So, step one is to subtract the big minus the small. The big number, no matter what it is, minus the small number. Let me read that again. And you have to be writing this. The first step, subtract the big minus the small. Okay, so in this case, what's the big number? Little number? 35. So we do 45 minus 35, and that's what? 10. Okay? Now, divide by the original price, or the old price. Okay, that's step two. Divide by the old price. So what are we going to divide 10 by? 35. Step two is to divide by the original price. So what's the original price? 35. So that's step two. Okay, so type that in your calculator. 10 divided by 35. Tell me what you get. No, you did 35 divided by 10. What's 10 divided by 35? What? So 0.285. Okay? So you did step two, and you got 0.285. But we're not done because it wants it as a what? Percent. So step three is make it a percent. Okay, so to make it a percent, you move the decimal to the right 2 places, and what does that equal? 28.5%. Okay, so you went from 0.285, moved it 2 places to the right, because you multiplied times 100 to make the decimal a percent, and you got 28.5. So now they say, what's the percent of change? To go from 35 to 45 is 28.5%. Now, the second thing we have to learn today, which is a little bit more difficult, but you might find it easier, is to find the sale price of an item. Okay? Find the sale price of an item. Now here, they give us the item is cost how much? $28. And how much is it off? 50%. So all you have, first step is going to be just to make percent a decimal. Make percent a decimal. And the second step is to multiply. Okay? So the first step is to make 50% a decimal. Raven, what's 50% as a decimal? Look, Raven. What's 50% as a decimal? 0.5. Yeah, 0.50, 0.5, same thing. Now we need to change. Now we need to multiply, because that's our second step. 28 times 0.5, and tell me what you get. $14. Is it? 14. Okay. Now this is $14 is called your what? No. No. Discount. Jeremy, how can it be the markup if it's going down? Okay. So now we got our original price is $28. So the third step is take your original price and subtract your discount. So when you subtract your original price, which is 28, minus your discount, which is 14, what do you get? So now how much do the jeans cost with the discount? No. They started out at 28, they went down 14, so how much do they cost? 14. Now, have you noticed that 50% also means what? Half. You see what's half of 28? 14. So when you go to the store and they say it's a 50% sale, they mean cut the price in half, that's how much it costs. You understand? Now, the lower the percent, like 20%, that's not as good. But the bigger the percent off, the better. If it's 80% off, that's even better. 90% off, that's even better. See what I mean? 100% off means free, that's right. Okay, so now look, you need to know these three things, these three steps on the part 2 here, which is find the sale price. Okay, so those are the 3 steps to find the sale price. Make percent decimal, multiply, original price, and subtract the discount. You with me? Yeah. So let's try another one. Now here they say that the jacket costs this much and it's 1/5 off. How do we make 1/5 a decimal?
1 into 5?
No, divide 5 into 1.
And then move it.
That'll make it a decimal. Divide 5 into 1. So you get 0.2. Now how do you make 0.2 into a percent?
Move it to the right.
You move it 1, 2 to the right, so you got 20%. That's how much it's off, right? But remember, first step is to make it a what? A decimal. So now we're going to do $48.95. And what's step 2? Let's multiply times 0.2, and what do you get?
I got
9.79. Now this is your what?
Discount price.
This is your discount, not your discount price. Your discount price is after you subtract. This is just the discount. So they're taking 20% off of the $48.95, and that's $9. That's how much you save, $9.79. Now what's the last step?
Subtract.
So do 98.95 minus 9.79, and what do you get? $39.16. So if you go to the store to buy something for $48.95, Chris, and it's a 20% off, which is 1/5 off, then the cost is $39.16 after your discount. Alright, so now on this one you have different instructions. It says find the selling price if the store had a markup. So on the last step, rather than subtracting, you're going to add. So you do step 1 and step 2 the same. You make it a decimal, you multiply. But in your last step, what do? Add, and that'll tell you how much the selling price is for the store. Okay? Not for the buyer. Because when I buy it, there's usually a discount. Alright? But when the store sells it, they have a markup to make money. So the first step is to make this a decimal. What is it as a decimal, Shane? 0.6. Step 2 is to do what? Come on, Shane. You don't need to look at the paper. 9 times 0.6 is what? How much? 5.4. Okay. Now, so the store bought the CD for $9, like at Walmart, bought the CD for $9. They're going to add $5.40 to it, and that's how much they're going to sell it to you for. So the last step is to do what? So we got 9 plus 5.4 because it's what? It's marked up. And how much is that? $14.40. So when you go on Walmart and buy a CD for $14.40, you should know Walmart only got it for $9. And they're selling it to you for $14.40 to make profit. Make sense? Okay, let's try one more. On the last one, it says you got a $25 DVD with a 40% markup. Okay? First, you make it a decimal, 0.4. Then what do you do, Shane? 25 times 0.4 equals what? 10. So they're marking it up $10. So now you add, because it's markup, 25 plus 10 equals what? $35. So that's the selling price after the markup. Okay, so today you learned how to find discount price, selling price, and percent of change.